Lake George is the crown jewel of New York State. Its 550 billion gallons of water provides drinking water to 75% of homes in the Lake George area, either directly from the lake or from private wells in the watershed. The lake is also a top vacation destination for millions of people each year from around the world. For these reasons alone, it's imperative that this invaluable natural resource remains as clear and clean as possible. For 140 years, the Lake George Association has been successfully protecting the Queen of American Lakes. But declining water quality on nearby lakes underscores the importance of the Lake George Association's work. On Lake Champlain and in the Chesapeake Bay, harmful algal blooms and increased nutrient pollution have ruined recreation opportunities and property values. A large part of New York City's drinking supply could be at risk of being contaminated due to road salt overuse.
We will no longer be able to drink water from the Croton system if current trends do not change by the end of this century. It will be too salty to drink.
We cannot afford issues of this magnitude arriving on Lake George. But the Lake George Association has a way to protect the lake, using science to implement real-world solutions. Now in its 12th year, the Jefferson Project, a collaboration between the LGA, RPI, and IBM, is the most powerful environmental research program to exist on any lake in the world. Its 24/7, 365 data collection directly informs the Lake George Association's key advocacy and lake protection efforts that keep Lake George water quality clear and clean.
The Jefferson Project perfectly epitomizes the Lake George Association's Science to Solutions operating framework. For the Lake George Association, research and science are not just about discovery, but about solutions too. Thanks to the Jefferson Project's sophisticated, immense volume of data, we can better direct our focus on the biggest threats to our lake, such as road salt, nutrient pollution, invasive species, harmful algal blooms, and climate change.
Our goal is to maintain Lake George's high standard of water quality while also making sure this lake becomes the universal model for ecosystem understanding and protection. We make Lake George the smartest lake in the world through the use of roughly 500 sensors placed throughout the lake's 32-mile stretch and its 82 miles of shoreline, including on lake vertical profilers, weather stations, tributary monitoring stations, and various sampling locations on the lake itself. In 2024 alone, the Jefferson Project collected over 250 million data points, including on variables such as water temperature and wind speed, subsurface water movement and circulation, dissolved oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and algae concentrations, pH and salt concentrations, and so much more. We use all this data to help us understand many complex phenomena, such as how the influx of nutrients from natural cycles or human-related activities impact Lake George and its watershed.
Through our collective research at the Lake George Association and the Jefferson Project, we realized that the Bolton wastewater treatment plant, mostly due to its old age, was leaching high amounts of nitrates into the streams that feed the lake, which could lead to harmful algal blooms. Through our Lake Impact Fund, we provided the town of Bolton a $50,000 grant to install a wood chip bioreactor, which is the first application of this technology at a wastewater treatment plant. During the 2.5-year pilot program, we found that the bioreactor removed 38% of nitrates from the water that flowed through it. This was a massive win for the local community that drinks from and swims in Lake George, and also a beneficial lesson for anyone in the world focused on freshwater conservation.
This year, the Lake George Association is helping fund 2 new wood chip bioreactors at Bolton's town facility. This expansion will allow for even more water to be treated, further reducing the amount of nitrates entering Lake George.
Our goal is to raise $500,000 this year to support the Jefferson Project. By increasing our research across the lake, we'll be able to invest more into the most impactful lake protection programs. This crucial work ensures Lake George remains one of the cleanest lakes in the country that provides economic benefit, recreation, and drinking water for residents, visitors, and anyone who enjoys Lake George.